Okay, so the next sequence that we're going to do is, I call plank sequence. And we could do, does everybody remember the standing sequence that we've done before, the pose that we just ended with? We would go into the standing sequence from there. Right? Leg up. Okay. So, at the end of the standing sequence, we might do this in class. So we end with Nataraj, and then boat. Okay? So from there, what we're going to do is keep our foot in the swing and come on down. Then we can come into a plank pose from here. So you guys can do this with me now. And then we'll do it together. But yeah, we're going to wind up with our ankles in the swing. So let's hold on to the leg loops in our hands, step to the front of the mat. Ooh, we can step through as well. We did practice. Okay. Lean forward into a push-up position. Lift your back leg and see if you can get it up there. Let's start with the left again, for some reason. Okay, yeah. Lean forward. Good.
Do I need to release this for the space because you put it together now?
Now, it looks like you brought your swing down.
I did.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so instead of bringing your swing down, you just release the double hook. Yeah. So that would be better for the, see how it's pulling the fabric?
Yeah.
Pulling the sewing, so you only do that when you need to do it quick. Okay, so let's try that again. So you cannot look with your eyes and get your foot up there if you've experimented and found that out. As soon as you look down, you've lost the pose. Okay, so let's all come down and try it again. I know you're just like, well, I just got there. Let's try the right leg. So, hands standing at the front of the mat. Hands holding onto the leg loops, push-up position. Okay, keep looking forward, lift your back leg, lift it up, and see if you can get it in there. Okay, you have to lean forward the whole time. Yeah, lean forward, not with your head, but with your heart. Push-up position, there you go. There you go. Try one more time. Keep leaning forward. You got it. Try one more time so you hit it all the way bunched up. Yeah, your swing's a little high. There you go. Yeah, that was it. Keep leaning forward. Yep. I'll help you. Just bend the knee. Lean forward. You got it. Yes, right there. You got it. Okay, great. Obviously, we would go through the entire sequence normally, but so right leg up, and then get your hip over your ankle, bend the standing leg, and then lower down. Once you lower down, get your hands to the ground, both feet go up into the swing. Oh yeah. So bend your knees a lot if you want to do the easier version, okay? And then from here, we're going to straighten the legs and then bend the knees. I call it rowing. Straighten the legs, bend the knees, straighten the legs, bend the knees. So try that for a few rounds. See how your belly feels. So stay in a plank and then do your push-ups. You can do straight legs or bent knees. Just figure out which ones you want to do today. Or wherever you are, you can bring up the leg down. Okay? And then legs are going to be straight. We're all going to pull the left knee down into a pigeon pose. Okay? You can do any of these sequences with one foot down to make it a little bit more restorative than dynamic. So even here, we have to really lift the chest and arch from the heart. Yeah, really lift. Awesome. I like looking over one shoulder and the other shoulder, just wringing out any tension in the neck. I'm up onto my fingertips. You guys can get a little higher so that you're not just pouring your weight forward, but it's up. Yeah, pound the head towards the sky. Yes, that's it. Beautiful, guys. Okay, so now we're gonna do that tuck. We're gonna practice that tuck, right? So we're gonna straighten the back leg, pull the knee up into the chest, and then step into a lunge. Yeah, so step into a lunge. All the way to the front of the mat. Let's try it again. So from pigeon on the floor, okay, straighten the back leg, pull the knee all the way up into the chest, and then step. Good. Yeah, you can just wiggle it up there if you didn't have it. Yeah, great. Now that we're in our lunge, you can bend both knees and come up, just to protect the back leg. Bend both knees. And then come on down, warrior three, halfway, and then come on back up. And just try some balancing here. So these are all like the standing poses that we'd normally do. Find your drishti, should be straight ahead or up slightly to the top corner of the room. And then come on down. So you can do that a few rounds, coming up and coming back down. I recommend bending the back leg if you want the easier version. Okay? Awesome. Let's land it back in our floating plank and switch sides. Okay? So first come into pigeon, and maybe you just hang out here. Maybe the rest of that is just like nope. Just get a good stretch through the quad, through the chest, coming up onto the fingertips, crown of the head towards the sky. Yeah, see how different that is, right? When we really focus on where the crown of the head is. Good. Move over one shoulder, the other shoulder, hang out there. The other cue that's really important is you're squeezing the knees together so that leg back there isn't like flailing out. Squeeze the knees towards one another, towards the center line. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay. Awesome. For those that want to come into a lunge, straighten the back leg, pull the knee into the chest, lift, and then step. Yeah, lift, step. Yeah, it's really hard. But it's good practice. Once we're there, you can bend both knees, come up and balance. All the way up, back down, warrior three. It's okay if you lose your balance, these are hard. You can hold on to one of the leg loops in your hands to help with the balance if you want, or both, yeah. That's okay, yeah, just play with it. Because these intrinsic muscles don't really get worked unless we do these standing poses, and we want to feel like we're getting support, so it's all gonna work. Okay, now we're gonna come into, you guessed it, handstands. So let's practice plank to a tuck. Plank to a tuck. Okay, just go back in front of each other whenever you're ready. Inhale, plank. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, plank. Let's try with a leg lift. So tuck and lift one leg up towards the sky. Balance. Back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, other leg towards the sky. Inhale, plank. Exhale. Good. Alrighty. So, I usually like to end with like just a face plant. Yeah. It actually feels really good to come into. What's the pose with on your chin that they do?
Like the locust. Oh.
Yeah. So, if you wanted to get fancy, you can balance on your chin. But, yeah, but if you're not into it, you can just come on down. So yeah, that's the plank sequence. Kind of hard, right? You guys can rest for a moment. I just want to show you, we don't have to do it, but from the stand, from coming up into, come on buddy, coming up into our balancing poses, then we can open it up, right? And do all of these poses like we do before. So before we do it like this, holding on. But now it's like, oh, isn't that lovely? So we're coming down into a half moon. Okay, coming back up. Tricky. People will fall over, you know? So be careful with that one, especially if they're holding on. So you can practice holding on to one side. I would say in front of you instead of behind you, because I can pull you back. So that you can practice coming up and down and holding on to the leg loop. So yeah, so there's endless things we could add on here, right? Coming up, open it up. I like this one. That one's like, oh, that's nice. The half moon's a little bit challenging. You have to wiggle your toes and mix up, but that's an option, okay? So we might do that. We might not. We'll see how much fun people are having. Some people love standing poses, some people don't love them. Okay, you guys ready for a break?